Ever wonder why Helen Mirren looks a decade younger than her age while some 55-year-olds appear much older? The secret isn't Botox or expensive creams. It's something far simpler that most women completely overlook. After helping thousands of women transform their appearance, I've discovered that nothing, absolutely nothing, affects how youthful you look after 50 more than your haircut. The right style can instantly lift your features, brighten your complexion, and make you look years younger, often in under an hour. But here's what's fascinating. The haircuts that worked in your 30s and 40s are usually the exact styles that age you now. Your hair has changed, your face has changed, and what once flattered now frustrates. Today, I'm revealing the 5 most transformative haircuts that can take 5 to 10 years off your appearance, including one surprising style most women incorrectly believe they should avoid after 50. Before we dive in, where are you watching from? Drop your city below and hit subscribe. Because looking your best at any age isn't about chasing youth, it's about embracing the right strategies. Now let's uncover the science behind why certain cuts can make you look dramatically younger overnight. 1. The soft layered bob. Let's start with a style that's become the secret weapon for countless women over 50. The soft layered bob. Now, I'm not talking about those severe geometric bobs from the 1990s that could double as a helmet. I'm talking about a modern movable bob with gentle layers that breathes life back into aging hair. Picture this, hair that falls somewhere between your chin and shoulders, with subtle layers that create movement and frame your face. The magic lies in those layers. They're not chunky or obvious, but strategically placed to bring lightness and volume exactly where you need it most. Why does this work so beautifully for women over 50? First, it instantly addresses one of the biggest age-related hair complaints I hear: thinning. After menopause, many women lose up to 30% of their hair density. A soft, layered bob creates the illusion of thickness by removing excess weight that drags hair down. The result: hair that bounces and moves like it did years ago. My friend Barbara is the perfect example. At 62, she'd worn her hair in the same shoulder-length style for decades. "My ponytail used to be as thick as a quarter," she told me. "Now it's barely the width of a dime." After she switched to a layered bob that hit just below her chin, the transformation was remarkable. "People keep asking if I've started taking hair supplements," she laughed. "It's just the haircut. This style does something even more important than making your hair look thicker. It lifts your features. Think about it. As we age, everything seems to head south. The soft layers around your face create upward movement that visually counteracts this natural sagging. It's like a mini facelift without the recovery time or expense. What I love most about this style is how it works for virtually everyone with a few simple adjustments. For round faces, keeping the length just below the chin creates a slimming effect. For heart-shaped faces, layers that start at the cheekbones enhance your bone structure. If you have a longer face, shorter layers add width in all the right places. Look at Helen Mirren. She's mastered this style for years, adjusting the length and layers as she's aged while maintaining that effortless elegance. Jane Fonda has also embraced variations of this cut, proving it works beautifully whether you prefer silver strands or colored hair. The styling versatility seals the deal. On busy days, you can air dry with a bit of mousse for natural texture. For more polished occasions, a round brush and blow dryer create perfect softness. Even if you wake up late, a 5-minute refresh with a flat iron or curling wand can completely transform your look. Have you tried a bob before? I'd love to hear your experience in the comments. And if you're considering this style, remember, the key word is soft. Show your stylist pictures and specifically ask for subtle blended layers, not chunky steps or harsh lines. Your future younger-looking self will thank you. 2. The pixie cut with side bangs. I could never pull that off at my age. I can't tell you how many times I've heard women say this about pixie cuts. But here's the truth. A well-designed pixie with side-swept bangs is one of the most age-defying, confidence-boosting cuts for women over 50. The key is in the details that make this modern version so different from the severe, boyish pixies of the past. Today's pixie cut keeps softness around the face with longer, sweeping side bangs that create feminine movement. The back and sides are tailored to your head shape, but not buzzed or severe. Think sophistication, not severity, like the difference between a bespoke suit and an off-the-rack uniform. The transformation I witnessed with my neighbor Diane was nothing short of remarkable. At 68, she'd been holding on to her shoulder-length gray hair for years, even though it had become increasingly thin and limp. I was afraid of looking like an old lady with a short haircut, she confessed. Yet after taking the plunge with a soft pixie, she looked a decade younger literally overnight. Why does this style work such magic? For starters, it creates instant architecture in your face. As we age, we lose definition along the jawline and cheekbones. A pixie cut draws attention upward to your eyes while the side-swept bangs highlight your cheekbones. It's like contouring with scissors instead of makeup. For women dealing with thinning hair, and that's about 40% of us over 50. The pixie is a game changer. By cutting hair shorter, what remains appears substantially thicker. Those wispy, thin ends that betray our age, gone. Instead, you showcase the fuller, healthier hair closest to your scalp. The pixie with side bangs works beautifully for several face shapes and lifestyles. It's ideal for oval, heart-shaped, or diamond faces. If you're always on the go, you'll love how it can reduce your morning routine to just minutes. And for those embracing their natural gray, this cut makes silver strands look intentional and chic, not neglected. Just look at Jamie Lee Curtis. She's been rocking variations of this cut for years, and at 65, she looks more vibrant than ever. Judi Dench has made the silver pixie her signature, proving that short hair can be the epitome of elegance at any age. The maintenance is surprisingly simple. Most women need a trim every 4 to 6 weeks to maintain the shape. For styling, a small amount of lightweight mousse or texture cream is usually all you need. Work it through damp hair with your fingers, and either air dry or use a blow dryer for about 2 minutes. That's it. One more thing about the pixie that many women don't consider. It's incredibly liberating. There's something powerful about stepping away from the notion that femininity requires long hair. As Gloria, one of my 70-year-old friends with a gorgeous pixie, told me, I finally feel like people see me when they look at me, not just my hair. Would you consider taking the pixie plunge? Or have you already fallen in love with this style? Share your thoughts below. I'd especially love to hear from those of you who've made this bold, beautiful choice. 3. Shoulder length shag with layers. Let me introduce you to the haircut that's making a spectacular comeback for women over 50. The modern shag. Now, before you panic and picture those extreme, choppy 1970s shags that required daily styling, let me clarify. Today's version is softer, more sophisticated, and designed specifically to work with mature hair. The modern shoulder-length shag hits around the collarbone and features layers throughout that create natural volume and movement. Unlike the harsh, disconnected layers of the original shag, today's version blends seamlessly from shorter layers around the face to longer ones at the ends. The result is a cut that looks effortlessly stylish, whether you've spent 5 minutes or 30 minutes on it. This style addresses one of the most frustrating changes in aging hair: the loss of natural texture and body. After 50, many women notice their once wavy hair becoming straight and flat. or their curly hair becoming unpredictably frizzy. The modern shag literally cuts new life into your hair, encouraging whatever natural texture you have to show up again. My sister-in-law Martha is the perfect example of this cut's transformative power. At 59, her once thick hair had become noticeably thinner, especially around the crown. I felt like I was constantly trying to hide the top of my head, she told me. After switching to a shoulder-length shag, the strategic layers created so much natural volume that her hair actually looked thicker than it had in years. I've stopped wearing hats indoors for the first time in a decade, she said. Beyond adding volume, this style brilliantly softens facial features. The face-framing layers diffuse the appearance of jowls, soften a strong jawline, and draw attention to your eyes and cheekbones. It's like having a professional photographer who knows your best angles following you around all day. What makes this cut particularly magical is its versatility. You can air dry it with some texturizing spray for a casual, beachy look. A quick, round brush blow dry creates polished volume. Even if you just wash and go, the cut itself does most of the styling work for you. For special occasions, loose waves created with a curling iron look deliberately elegant, not like you're trying too hard. The shoulder-length shag works wonderfully for nearly all hair types, but it's especially perfect for medium to thick hair with some natural wave or curl. Even straight hair looks fantastic with this cut, as the layers create movement that wasn't there before. If you have a round or square face, the layers help elongate and slim your features. For heart-shaped faces, the fullness at the shoulders balances a narrower chin. Look at Lisa Rinna. At 60, her shaggy layers create that perfect combination of sophistication and edginess. Goldie Hawn has embraced variations of this style for decades, proving it works at every age. And Sandra Bullock's modern take on the shag demonstrates how it flatters women with darker hair colors just as beautifully as those with lighter shades. One of my favorite things about this style is how well it grows out. Unlike some cuts that fall apart as they grow, the shag actually looks intentional at every stage. This means less frequent trim appointments. Typically, every 8 to 10 weeks is plenty. Have you been thinking about adding more movement to your hair? The shoulder-length shag might be your perfect match. I'd love to hear in the comments if you've tried a similar style, or if you're considering it now. 4. Chin-length blunt. Cut with soft layers. If you're looking for a style that instantly communicates confidence and sophistication while taking years off your appearance, let me introduce you to the chin-length blunt cut with soft layers. This is the haircut equivalent of a perfectly tailored blazer. Structured yet comfortable, classic yet completely modern. Unlike some cuts that try to hide aging with excessive layers or complicated styling, this style embraces a directness that's refreshingly elegant. The base of the cut is blunt, hitting right at the chin or jawline, creating a strong, clean line that instantly defines features that may have softened with age. But here's the secret: subtle, almost invisible layers throughout add movement and prevent the cut from looking severe or dated. I've seen this style work miracles for women dealing with the frustrating reality of hair that's become significantly thinner after 50. My friend Elaine, who just turned 72, had been compensating for her thinning hair by keeping it longer, thinking it would hide the problem. "I actually thought long hair would make me look younger," she admitted. But it was just drawing attention to how thin it had become. When she finally tried the chin-length blunt cut, the transformation was remarkable. The clean line at the bottom created an illusion of thickness that no product had ever achieved for her. The soft layers added just enough movement to keep it looking natural, not severe. "For the first time in years," she told me, "I don't feel like I need to apologize for my hair." This style works its magic through visual tricks that specifically counter the signs of aging. The blunt bottom edge creates a strong horizontal line that contrasts beautifully with softening facial contours. Meanwhile, the subtle layers prevent the dreaded helmet head effect that makes a haircut look aging. The combination creates a perfect balance that looks intentional and fresh, never like you're trying to recapture your 30s. The versatility of this cut makes it even more appealing. It can be worn sleek and straight for a sophisticated look that works beautifully in professional settings. Add some gentle waves with a curling iron, and it transitions perfectly to more casual occasions, even on humid days when other styles might fall flat or frizz. This cut maintains its integrity. This style particularly flatters square and heart-shaped faces, as the length softens a strong jawline, while the layers add volume where you need it. For round faces, keeping the length precisely at the chin creates a slimming vertical line. Women with fine to medium hair thickness will find this cut especially beneficial, as it maximizes the appearance of fullness. Take inspiration from Glenn Close, whose variations on this theme have become her signature look. Angela Bassett has also embraced this style, demonstrating how beautifully it works for women with stronger facial features. Both prove that this cut complements women of any age or ethnicity with equal elegance. Maintenance is straightforward. A trim every 6 to 8 weeks keeps the lines precise. For daily styling, a round brush and blow dryer aimed downward helps smooth the hair while maintaining movement. A small amount of light hold styling cream applied to damp hair before drying helps control frizz without weighing down the layers. One styling tip that makes a tremendous difference: tucking just one side behind your ear creates an instantly youthful, slightly asymmetrical look that draws attention to your cheekbones. It's a tiny styling choice that takes seconds but dramatically enhances the cut's youthful effect. Would this structured yet soft style work for you? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments about whether you've tried something similar or if you're considering this elegant option. 5 long layers with curtain bangs. Let's dispel one of the most persistent myths about women over 50, that you must cut your hair short. If you've always loved your longer locks, I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can keep your length with the right strategic approach. Enter the game-changing combination of long layers with curtain bangs. This style features hair that falls below the shoulders with invisible layers throughout, and face-framing curtain bangs that part in the middle and sweep to each side. Unlike the extreme layers of years past, modern long layers are subtle, starting around the collarbone and continuing downward. The result is movement and body without that dated, shaggy appearance. The curtain bangs are the secret weapon in this style. They're not the heavy, straight-across bangs that require daily styling and frequent trims. Instead, they're longer, face-framing pieces that start at the center of your forehead and get progressively longer as they blend into the rest of your hair. They can be adjusted to hit at your most flattering point, whether that's cheekbone level or chin length. My longtime client Rebecca illustrates the transformative power of this approach. At 58, she'd always had hair past her shoulders and couldn't imagine going shorter. But I knew something needed to change. She said, "My hair just didn't have the life it used to." When we added long, subtle layers and curtain bangs, she looked like herself again, just a more vibrant, refreshed version. Why does this style work so well for women over 50? First, the curtain bangs create a face-framing effect that draws attention to your eyes while softly disguising forehead lines. They add width at the cheekbone level, balancing the natural narrowing that occurs with age. Meanwhile, the long layers remove just enough weight to allow movement and bounce, without sacrificing the femininity and versatility of longer hair. This style particularly shines for women experiencing changes in hair texture after 50. If your once curly hair has relaxed with age, or your straight hair has developed unexpected waves, the layers work with these changes rather than fighting them. The cut enhances whatever natural pattern your hair now has, making styling easier and more predictable. The longer length with layers works beautifully for oval, long, or heart-shaped faces. If you have a round face, keeping the layers longer, starting below the chin, creates a slimming effect. For women with thicker hair, this cut removes bulk without sacrificing fullness. Even those with finer hair can benefit, as strategic layers create movement without removing too much density. Look to Susan Sarandon for inspiration. She's embraced variations of this style for years, always looking effortlessly elegant. Meryl Streep also demonstrates how versatile this cut can be, wearing it sometimes sleek, sometimes with soft waves, always looking age-appropriate, yet never matronly. The styling options are nearly endless. Air dry with a texturizing spray for casual elegance. Blow dry with a round brush for more polished volume. For special occasions, loose waves created with a larger curling iron give a sophisticated, never trying too hard appearance. The curtain bangs can be worn more prominent or blended into the rest of your style, depending on your mood and the occasion. One word of caution about this style: avoid too many layers, especially if your hair is thin. Over-layered long hair can look scraggly and actually age you. The modern approach uses minimal, strategic layers that maintain density while adding just enough movement. Looking younger after 50 isn't about chasing trends or trying to look 30 again. It's about embracing styles that enhance your natural beauty and work with your changing hair texture. Whether you choose the versatile soft-layered bob, the confident pixie, the effortless shag, the sophisticated chin-length cut, or keep your length with curtain bangs, the right haircut can transform not just your appearance, but your confidence. Remember, the most youthful feature any woman can wear isn't found in a haircut. It's the confidence that comes from feeling like yourself again. Which of these styles will you try? Share in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips that celebrate your beauty at every age.